present. Haley Hutton, Billy Hutton, Dave Gallup,
Here.
Eric, John Split,
Here.
Terry Robita.
Here.
All right, we have almost a full house.
Yeah. What time was it when you called?
6:17. By Dave. Yeah. Which is cool. Here,
Sticks out, that sign, sign above the awning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's on the window,
Yeah.
lettering on the window also.
So this is the building where the cars used to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think if it was downtown, it'd be a little bold, but given that it's on the side street, I think it's awesome, it adds color.
Yep.
There's so much
Absolutely.
space in between, I think it gives it a little life over there, there hasn't been,
Yeah,
that
'cause
much
you got-
color over there, but,
Then you just got nothing but parking lot in
Yeah.
between there and the
Yep.
corner again.
Yeah.
Looks good.
The street.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
It's
The
big.
description does say flush mounted signboard with logo, and then lettering on the windows, and wall mounted sign above the front door. And I'm sorry, on the first one with that awning.
Did he send us dimensions on that puppy?
The sign is 3 foot by 2 foot. With a 40-inch frame, it says.
And the other one, this is 16 feet by 3 feet for the
Yeah.
flush mount.
That's the flush mount, yeah.
I didn't know about that, the flush one, as far as size wise, what we can put.
Isn't there already a spot right there? Is there already a spot
I don't
that size?
think so.
Isn't that what he had us that size?
I don't remember it.
I don't know what they had before for the summer.
It used to be classic cars. Classic cars?
Yeah. It was small.
That's, oh, was it? Okay.
I actually think I helped him put that on there, but it wasn't very big at all.
That's a big building. It's wide.
I do know the square footage for flush mounted signs is larger than projected signs.
Right.
So with it being 16 by 3 foot, I'm sure Susan saw the size of it.
I would assume as well. 6 square feet for the hangout signs is
Yes.
the max.
Yep.
I move to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Eric, second by Haley to approve 114 East Blossom Street application. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We will go to 208 Watson Street, which is white and gold vinyl graphics in the door and front windows. Front window logo. Flower accents on the windows and the sign. 36 inches by 24 inches high signboard with logo placed in existing sign frame.
Yeah, that sign frame was there, because when we were there,
Okay.
we had ours in there.
Oh, okay.
Is that the color down there?
What is a Morgan and Company?
Hair
Is that
salon.
your-
Hair salon.
Oh, cool. All right, we need another.
Color, do you need that?
Oh, I printed it. Where'd you get those schmancy ones?
Anybody want to share? Have some color.
Very cool.
I like the color, wow.
And do we have, what's the dimension on that? Is it-
3 by 2. 6
All
by
right.
I'll make a motion, we approve 208 Watson.
2. Second.
Motion by Dave, second by Eric to approve 208 Watson Street. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is 119 Watson Street, and I don't know.
I got nothing on that.
I
Yeah.
think
It's on the back of the Morgan.
she sent
Or, oh, I'm
those,
sorry. Oh,
It was,
uh,
I'm sorry.
Going back there.
No.
No, nothing.
nothing, and it was up in the air. Karen sent me an email
I've got them here.
because it was, they didn't have the paperwork in on time, and so I just told her to keep it on the agenda just in case.
This is, if you guys want to pass that around, that's,
This is the one that's for record.
What is it?
The thing.
yes. Yeah, because I didn't know that the bakery, I didn't know the bakery bar had closed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I did see it, but there was no paperwork.
The public,
The
Oh,
public.
did they close or are they just
Yes.
restructuring?
they closed.
They
So
closed.
it's gonna be complete
New
owners.
people?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Hold on.
What is this gonna be?
It's going to be a bar as well, or pub, I guess I should
Okay.
say.
Eatery pub?
I don't know if we're gonna have food or not.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about the food either, this is,
Is that all we're approving, is just the decal?
Where are they at?
We don't have,
I know they were painting,
They painted the facade on
Facades,
Sunday, I think.
yeah.
But we don't have,
There's no paper.
there's no paperwork for it.
Is that for 119?
Correct.
Right.
Can we make a motion to?
So are they looking for
table?
appropriateness?
I may have,
Or
I
we
think
have-
that's what they want is,
so
What?
what this says is two 28-inch etched frosted vinyl logos, one on each front window.
What is it?
Because apparently they did fill out the paperwork,
mhm.
we just don't have
We
a
just,
copy.
it wasn't turned into Karen
Oh,
and,
really?
yeah.
so can we do anything on it without anything in
We
front
have
of
the
it?
dimensions, do we have the material?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
on
decal?
It's gonna be done by Adam at Blue Design, so it's gonna be vinyl again, so.
Sure.
And I just said they're 28 inches,
Mhm.
28 by.
28 round, because it's round,
Yeah, big round.
frosted.
I think we need something, paperwork or
Yeah,
picture, printed.
I don't feel comfortable,
No, I think we should table this until, I mean, everybody else is doing it the way they should do it.
Exactly.
I
There
think,
wasn't an error on the
I
city's
make a
part,
motion, we
just an error
table
on
until we get the proper.
I just
Yeah,
think
they
it was,
didn't get it in
yeah,
time.
they didn't get it on time for this meeting.
Yeah, and I agree.
So without paperwork, there's really
Right,
nothing for us to look at or,
Could they could they get us to meet again if they wanted to do
they,
it?
they
quicker?
could if they call for another special meeting.
It could be done.
Hope they don't.
I can make a motion to table until they have their paperwork.
There already is a motion.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Motion on
I'm
the
sorry.
floor.
I was just wondering if there was something in between that before we close. If they.
Are you gonna second, Haley?
Yeah.
Okay, second, now we can discuss it, sure,
Okay,
now you can.
I was just saying, if there was a way, just in case that's legit, but we don't all have it, we can't do anything on it.
Right.
But if they had it and they wanted a special meeting, we could do that.
Yes,
we've done special meetings before.
we have,
Yeah.
and I remember in the past, and I could check with Lud on it, they sent it out via email to everybody. We, thumbs up or thumbs down, I don't know if you remember that, Eric, or were you? And then it got passed that way too, so we don't have to actually come down,
Yeah,
because it was on the agenda,
sure.
I think it's, but I can check with Lud that way too, to
Okay.
make sure we're doing it the right way.
So we can table it this way, and then if they get us all the paperwork, we can just send you a yes or no and
Yes,
go
because
from
they'll
there.
send you pictures, on your email, you can look at it,
It'll actually be better than these black and white ones,
yeah,
yeah?
okay.
Yep.
Any more discussion? All in favor to table 119 Watson Street, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
What's that Lud's first name? Laird, Lud?
Lud, L-U-D.
Lud's his
Works.
first name?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ludwig.
Lord.
Yeah, Lud
Sorry.
Works.
Testing you guys.
I gotta make a note of that.
Ludwig,
Forget
if
that.
you wanted to write
you're
it
right.
down.
Oh,
You want
Lud's
to
League.
full name.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody actually call him Ludwig.
Okay, 100 Black Watson Street, which is the Rotary
Rotary.
Square, and they're asking to put up 2 pergolas with seating. I talked with Craig T-Bond today, he couldn't make the meeting tonight. There is a picture we got, and it looks like it, you might interpret it as being painted white. It's gonna be black.
Black,
Black,
not natural.
not natural.
It's a stained black.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So the grain will show.
I talked to him too, he said that they were going with the black so it would match the street lights and everything.
Just so we know, because it does kind of look white on that picture.
Okay.
And they meaning Rotary and Craig T-Bond, like area, Ripon area downtown.
Just
No,
the
he
Rotary.
actually
Just
is
the
a
Rotary,
Just the
representative.
Rotary.
But they consulted
Got it.
He's,
with
he's
Craig, the
on that
downtown
committee.
manager.
Right, okay.
I have a couple concerns. I'm concerned about what they do with snow plowing.
Right.
in the winter, that gets piled up pretty high with snow. And my other concern is, if Ripon Main Street has into, and it's whatever, it might not ever happen, but you could narrow up the width of that rotary square and put in angled parking and increase the parking. So, I mean, if these are there, then, I mean,
But then
these
you have
obviously
to-
can be moved if that would ever happen, but
We'd have to redo all the curbing, which
it would be a major expense.
and they're only
but-
talking about 10,000, not 20.
What's that for the,
Rotary is
Yeah.
putting forth 10,000, not 20.
okay,
So I think this is probably as much as they can do with their budget.
Mhm.
But if you'd rather wait until they have more money, we can do that.
well, it's,
I think the
they're gonna
I
supply,
think if they're gonna do something like that, that's gonna be so major,
yes,
that whether those two pergolas are sitting there or not is gonna be very minor, whether they move them or not.
right. I just had those thoughts and I just wanted to put them out there.
Has the city discussed more parking in that area at all? I mean, has that been a
It's-
discussion, or is it, I mean, I know it's a concern, especially in this area.
Yeah. Yeah, sizable,
Because you'd have, I mean, to do it, if you look at that picture, you wouldn't be much wider than what. The grass,
No, the brick that they're gonna
There's
take
pavers.
out from the original street.
They're removing some of them already.
And then they're gonna put them back in. See them like right here under the sofa.
Sit on there.
it says
Existing.
incorporated.
with existing brick pavers incorporated into design.
I don't disagree with that space needs something,
Oh, I agree
Cool.
too, yeah.
12 by 24 is huge for a pergola. So to have two of them, that might be a good point. I like it, but does it have to be that much? I mean, who will use this really?
I think as long as that is, I don't think plopping one in there would be enough. I think
Two
two.
24s?
I agree too with Eric, I think.
It's, if you look at
It's
that
long.
boulevard on how it is, it's 160 feet, it's 200 feet long, that's only 50 feet of it,
Yeah,
48
Let
feet
me
of it.
see.
otherwise it's just sitting there kind of small.
Right
Yeah.
now, it's
Right,
ugly.
it is, it is.
So there's 24 feet between. That's interesting.
I think it'd be really cool to have in there,
Really?
yeah,
I think it's a beautiful attraction,
yeah.
I do.
Right
Good,
now,
I'm
there's
glad
just,
to hear it.
it's just nothing there, and this would be a,
I think anything we get
And it's-
downtown is an asset.
it's pretty nice too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not,
No cost to the city as
That's
far as I
nice.
know.
Yeah, it
Well,
doesn't look
that's-
like it doesn't look like a chintzy one,
no,
so I think.
I
it'd
like
be
the way
really
they do
nice.
the post and all that, I mean, there's a
think as
little
long
bit of
as-
design.
as long as
Good.
it stays away from maybe a train depot look, I think we'll be okay. I think,
Yeah.
I like the the architecture.
John had a great point though, because last year I've noticed the lack of good snow removal downtown is pretty bad.
Yeah, and
And you said pile up.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's been,
I don't
It's
know
been,
what
it's been the last
city-
couple of years.
Yeah.
They
So
need
is that
to-
something
They need
we
to
should-
adjust how they take care of the downtown.
Yeah.
Big
Talk
time.
about with the city
And that's
or?
that pile down by you guys down there for,
I know.
yeah, you had to work around.
I mean,
No, I had to bring a skid loader
there's a
down
lot
there
of
to
people,
clear off our sidewalk.
there's a lot of
in
people
front
that
the
won't
building.
even come downtown when they know it's snowed after
Right.
it's plowed,
Mhm.
because everybody,
It's a pile.
as I have a storefront, everybody cuts a path.
yeah,
Because the snow is that deep, they cut a path so people get through. Well, they can't even park.
Shop
Usually
owners.
First place you got taken care of, but
Right.
the last couple of years, huh?
It'd be nice if it was done when everybody's closed up, so by 8 o'clock in the morning, it's
Yeah,
nice and
nice.
clean.
Do we have any
But it should be.
rights to talk to the city about that, or who?
Well, I think
As
personally,
business
Craig
owners,
takes care of the downtown sidewalks.
right,
I would think Craig, or Ripon Main Street, I'll say, would take care of the shoveling around that.
around, right.
You know, so it's somewhat open for people to sit. I mean, especially if we have a snow before Dickens of a Christmas or whatever,
Right.
you know.
So we have to probably talk to him to make sure.
You know, this went through Ripon Main Street, because they went with the Downtown Beautification Committee and members of the Ripon Rotary following the 2018 Downtown Streetscape Workshop.
Sure. So there was a suggestion perhaps during that workshop.
That workshop suggested
Yeah, when they
something
were,
in that
when they were
area.
discussing removing and putting in all the new trees and all that stuff.
What if they looked at other towns that have it, that we used to years ago?
Forgive me, but I don't know the height. Doesn't
It says on the,
Does it?
it's, let's see, C is
Outside.
110 inches, so
Okay,
9 foot 2 inches,
okay.
I think, if I did my math right. Eric, you
Over
perhaps?
110.
Yeah.
It's 87 inches to the bottom of the beam, so you're not gonna hit your head on it.
Yeah, yeah, D.
I wouldn't worry.
It'll be close, it'll be close.
I know
You're
you
not
agree
gonna hit.
wouldn't.
We don't, that don't worry about that. We can't even pick that
Never a
up.
problem there.
No bending over.
All right,
And
so
what about those drapes, are the drapes on here? That, is it a canvas or what?
Oh, I don't know if that could just be
I think that's just a,
a picture that,
yeah.
yeah. I don't think you'd wanna put drapes on a downtown,
I
I would
agree.
hope not.
you know.
They fade.
I think a fire hazard right away.
Whip around.
So they're wood pergolas, are they painted,
Eric
stained?
was saying they're stained
It's a
black.
black stain, ebony
Black
stain,
stain.
ebony stain.
Okay, so it'll be something to go back and spray every now and then to treat, to keep it
Oh, probably.
up, but are they looking to do that, or, you know, who's looking to?
Right.
I'm sure Main Street, Ripon Main Street will
or
probably
Rotary.
retain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And like you say,
somebody's gotta-
keep the snow clear.
Mhm.
It'd be nice for them just to clarify the shoveling and,
Maintenance.
Well, they have to maintain that area whether there's those two
Yes.
pergolas sitting there or not.
They're
well,
already
we've
maintaining
seen
it?
in the past that they don't always do the most. Like,
That's because that space hasn't been a usable space. I think they're
Right.
trying to create that now.
And I think once,
well, I found
they usually
more
don't
than
do the
once.
snow removal on the brick there until the banks are gone first.
Yeah, it's never, you can't even walk across usually.
No,
Park on this side to go to the eye doctor, you can't get across.
right.
You gotta try that.
Well, I think it's nice, I make a
Yeah.
motion to approve it.
It's very pretty.
Okay,
Second,
second, yeah.
okay.
Okay, motion by Dave, second by Billy, to approve the 100 block of Watson Street 2 wood pergolas. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. Facebook page, I'm gonna add Kaylee.
It's coming along. I kind of hit a roadblock a little bit. I was trying to collect more photos.
You should talk to Steve.
Yes.
He knows how to find that stuff, which is ridiculously cool, but he knows.
I know there's some. The mill is the hardest to, disable, is harder than the American House. We have postcards and things, from the American House that
Okay.
date back way before Schultz's, before. Then I was gonna do the Opera House too, bring some of those, like what was there before, what was there now, that kind of thing.
Okay,
Maybe tie in the hotel, fire, all of that kind of stuff, kind of.
For-
than that.
For the Facebook?
For the Facebook page, yeah, to just drop the history. So it's on there, though, actually, the one I have on there right now is the Haas Brewery, but I haven't shared it with anybody yet, it's just kinda sitting there
Okay,
waiting, cause it's like set up, but
Mhm.
not ready to share
okay,
at all, it's pretty raw.
alright.
So,
Get on that.
This isn't bad.
I know. You'll help, won't you?
Yeah,
Right.
Pictures.
okay, well, that's good, there's,
Yeah. There's more, it's,
at least we know we're
Yeah.
I
up
printed
and
a
running.
cool article with several pictures off of the historic, or the, I don't know if it's downtown Main Street or but, you know, when you Google Ripon,
sure. Yep.
you'll find it in there. If you, I think I maybe even have it.
Once in a while, I know Craig he's pretty good about posting pictures and things like that. I don't know what the legality is to take that
Yeah.
and use it somewhere else. I'm sure it's okay if he's already got it on
Yeah.
Facebook. It's probably just fine to reuse
I
it.
didn't print the
I will
pictures,
ask for his
but
permission.
here's where, this is what I found, Chicky.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Can I have this copy and give it back to you?
Yeah, because I never gave you your thing back.
Okay.
You can just keep it.
Well, thank you.
And you'll never hound me.
Good.
Oh, you're good, sure. Well,
So
okay.
where are we at with the city with that? Is it still just
It's still
sitting there?
limbo for sale, and somebody,
So now's the time to do it because when it's quiet,
yeah,
take action.
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
sounds good. I will have both of those up and running before, for sure.
Well, don't like kill yourself. You do have 4 children.
This I can do.
All right.
Good, we'll just keep it on for
Yep.
next month again and just get another
How much
update
have
on
you
it.
guys got?
I will look
What's
into
that?
the GoFundMe, because I know we had talked about
Four
that too.
boys.
It's the one thing I did not do
Oh my
is the
golly.
GoFundMe
That's
for
kinda cool.
something
Mhm.
similar to that or raising
Okay.
the funds, because that's the most important part of this,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, because if nobody does, no private party decides to purchase, say, the stable,
Right,
we have zero funds, or very limited funds to do anything if there is anything we need to
right.
do. Okay,
So, did you need help with the American House part of it, or did you say you guys already
The
had?
American House, I think we have a lot of information on it.
Cool. Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of photos. The stable is the hard part. That's really tough to find anything on. It's just all the area around it. I mean, and
Okay.
drawing it into that, I mean, the name of it alone with the Haas on it is
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah.
We can just-
We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
as far as the brewery goes. But yeah, the people like the pictures for sure. So if
Yeah.
anybody, if Steve knows of any photos of that, that would be really helpful.
You'll have to ask him because
will.
before I get home, I will forget.
I will.
Just please
gonna
call
ask
him.
him.
That's a huge frailty of mine. I just get home and I'm so happy that I don't think about it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
I want that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did you wanna, any help on that? Like, do you wanna call us to come over?
Well, what I will probably do is share it with you guys, share it with you
Sure.
guys before I post it. Because if there was something that was like, or, you know what I mean, I don't wanna
Well, I
just go
have
like viral.
Pretty good feeling about that. Have some taste. Yeah, good.
Sometimes. Okay.
Okay.
all right. But we'll leave that on and get to it again next month. Number 9 is list and condition of historic plaques on buildings. I'm gonna be honest, I did not have time to even look at one of them.
I did.
Nice.
You did, good, thank you, Bill.
Well, I think I was part of that conversation anyway.
Mhm.
And in the past, I helped start that whole thing anyway, so I went around and looked.
Is
Some
there
are
a
in
list?
good condition and some are not.
Is there a list?
There's no list that I know of that we
You know,
have.
when I left,
Just the visual.
I had this many paperwork from all the years that I said. and all
You
the
remember
stuff that
this,
they did, and
right?
I finally got rid of them. I said, why should I
That
do
was
it?
one of
Remember?
them.
Should we put them somewhere? And then
Was
they
that
have
the
a
one
problem with how we
Aaron did?
started it.
Yeah.
When we started doing it.
Becker,
three
yeah,
different
maybe.
times we put them out there with three different, you know, and Sensenbrenner's son was the last one that actually helped us do it, and he did it for his Eagle Award.
Yeah, I
Which was
remember
cool.
that, yeah.
And since then, I think it kind of got.
Like this from last time we were working on that, and then Haley, you wrote one, right?
Oh, yeah, Aaron Becker wrote this.
Yeah.
He did this
Even the
one.
frameworks, like even out here needs to be repainted and cleaned up, and I don't, know how do we go about doing that? I did it once.
Well, we would,
Dave, your phone's going
Oh,
on.
boy.
we could ask the city if they could do it,
They won't, but
yeah,
it's just easier.
if we do it, yeah.
Yeah, cause it
Of
was
course,
this and
paint
the,
it. Scrape them down and paint them.
And my stuff.
That might be something we might wanna do every other year, or at least check them.
You did a
If we
bank.
need 'em,
it was the bank,
designate somebody
Yeah.
around
National
here
Bank,
and probably
State Bank, State Bank.
Do it.
Well, I
Yeah, with
think,
the robbery, that's a
like
fun
you
one.
said, get the list and
Yeah.
start looking at them first and
I
figure
think
out.
that's
Okay, I'll take,
underneath the list.
what I'll do is I'll take pictures of them and bring them, we can make a decision, do it that way.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Why don't we do that, get a
This
list
one, I
made
did, the
up.
framework's getting better. Salt does, you know.
Oh, yeah, no.
And that was the worst one I ever had, because the sun hits it all the time.
And then we discussed new ones too.
But
because
that
there's
one,
gonna
what's
be-
out there is.
This is way
100
better.
The ones we had before were bad, horrible. They lasted about a month, the first time we went around.
Seriously?
Yeah, you couldn't see anything.
Cause we were
Yeah.
looking at
They
the
just-
same supplier.
And then we went to them, and then they sent us more new copies, and they were a little bit better, but they only lasted about a year. So then we went to a different company.
Okay, okay.
I went to one at Umbro and found out who did theirs. And then we stayed with that company.
I can dig through here and find the other ones that we did for the new
But
buildings.
now, you know, times have changed, and that product's gotten so much better than what it was probably 15 years ago.
Oh,
when we
poly,
tried it.
sure, yeah.
You know, I lose track of time, maybe it was 20, I don't
One
know.
on-
I'm
is
old.
there-
Terry,
is there one on-
you throw me that.
No.
Thank
The
you.
plaque was, I think Tracy and them took it.
Okay, so we need to get one on the Oddfellows building as well, that would be one for sure.
So the downtown depot spot over there where that thing is.
Condoms.
Yep, that's kind
Yeah.
of total comfort, yeah.
And then it's a completely different one on the American House down there, that's altogether different.
Well, do you think it'd be possible with our budget to make them all look alike? Because
They
I
should,
hate that.
they should be all.
It should be consistent.
I think we started with a,
Yeah, we did.
yeah, a consistent, and said that they have to be that way,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Cost-wise, for one thing, and size and all of that.
So we're talking about replacing and then the new ones.
So basically, I'll go and take pictures of them, I can blow up the picture, we can look at them, make a decision if they need to be painted or do whatever. We have budget for paint, and I don't
Yes,
think
we got
paint,
that.
but it's not a-
$3,000 or whatever.
Thrift store 102 Jackson?
Yes. 102.
The movie theater have one? That'd be a-
There is one down there.
There's, I thought so,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so you're gonna bring us the existing ones,
Yeah.
pictures and information.
And we'll look at condition.
Okay, and then do we wanna talk about the ones where we were adding, we were doing the depot, the bank, and you said the Oddfellows?
102 Jackson. Is there a plaque in front of the police station for the Englebright?
Is that the
Hotel at all?
hotel? I don't know.
Would, I mean, I don't know if the police station would want to be involved in that or not.
That's out front here.
Right.
That is there.
There
Yeah.
is
It is,
one?
okay,
Mhm.
I thought so, but
Yeah.
I just wanted, okay.
And those are the newer ones, and those are so much better than the aluminum ones that we had. I said, they just faded, they're just gone.
So just three more? That's what we need.
So these are just plaques on the walls themselves.
Well, they
Some are on
actually have a
stands,
little
yeah. The ones-
history on there
The one in
too.
the front's on a stand, the one in the condom's on a stand, and the other ones have been.
Where are the ones on the stand too?
Right outside the building here, right by the bell,
Okay.
Oh, there's one,
right
okay.
next to the entry.
Actually, I'm thinking about
Looks like a
doing that.
podium.
Mm.
What?
So, I was thinking about doing it from my house.
Oh, neat.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were
we
gonna
tried that.
donate them, I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
We tried pushing that too, and it failed.
Well, I think it's just a matter of individuals
Sure.
starting
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Because
And
we've
times-
got,
and that was in the earlier stages, and things have changed since then.
We'd get
Yeah.
behind you
It's
on that.
okay now and kinda cool to do this stuff. Back
Mhm.
before, it was a hard sell.
Yeah.
well, on my
Unless you have to
street,
mow around
my
it.
house isn't even the oldest one on the street, and it's, mine was built in 1857.
Hmm.
So, and it's new. you know, on that street. I think it's the third
Wow.
oldest, so.
1857.
But we could, it'd be kinda neat to do something like that.
Yeah, it would.
Holy smokes. I thought ours
That'd be
was
interesting to see who does these plaques and put one out front. I'd like one just out by the sidewalk.
Neat.
Right, yeah, because if somebody's walking by, then they can read a little history of it.
Yeah, put it by.
Well, we thought we'd try to have a walking tour, that's what we designed it as.
Yeah.
So people could, you know, grab a cup of coffee, walk around and kind of see the antique, you know, sites and read about, like here, it's all about the hotel and all the stuff. the
Yeah, oh,
fire,
yeah,
the fire
yeah.
and the whole thing. So
Each of the signs will have a small description.
But once again, I mean, we were able to do it, but it was kind of, some of it failed.
Mhm.
Well, sometimes
I
it's
would-
better just to start it with a couple, and then if it's not a good
That's
solution,
when we started
you know,
real small.
if it derails, you
And
gotta
our
get
budget
there.
was a whole lot smaller than even then.
Mhm.
We
Oh,
started
wow.
out like $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was, they almost had to beg to get it.
I think I would, now thinking of this, I could do one for my store downtown. And just put it, I'm just trying to think where I would put it, but that would be the least of my worries.
Just wanted-
Because that, I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
history on that building.
Yeah,
Well, the building, yeah, the history behind the building, that's what it's all about, you know, I mean, the building's visible and you know it's historic, but the stories that go with it's what's.
Yeah, it's kinda neat, yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do just enjoy just.
since we had you put those windows in, when people come in, the first thing they ask is about those windows.
Oh, those doors for the freezer?
Yep,
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, that was the cooler for the meat market.
Mhm.
And then, you know, before that, nobody had a question about it until he put the doors back in.
Oh, the bakery. The bakery?
Yeah.
Is there one in the bakery, the old bakery?
I'm trying to think.
I know.
I don't think there is.
I don't think so,
No.
Just checking that.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think every store could have one, if you
Yeah.
drummed up the history,
would.
cause
Right.
it's all got, I mean, like you say, I mean, you can depict history on each one of them.
Mhm.
A lot of people have pictures and.
I would like to suggest that Eric might mention that to Tom Rogers, who has a few
Yeah.
buildings downtown,
Has
if he would be
corner on the
interested in,
Mhm.
you know, cause then we get a little, maybe a little buzz going and get more stores even.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't remember the cost of them, it wasn't too bad, it wasn't bad at all.
Well, when you're advertising at the historic downtown of Ripon, it'd be nice to have the
Exactly.
plaques on it, because then when people come walking through, they go, so what's the
Yeah,
history, what's,
Yeah.
why is it?
Yeah.
You could almost tie it into the Rotary thing where we could put a directory on there too, I mean, if they would be
Oh,
interested.
that's a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
thing.
You know, like in here, you could do like something fancy that was
Hanging
the
sign.
same company that makes the signs
Sure.
could say address.
We do
address,
have one
you know.
directory up on the corner too.
Right, in that thing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It
Where?
lights up
What
and it's
corner?
nice.
Well, there's one at each end of the block,
Right.
each
Yeah.
end of the,
The 100 block?
there's one by
Right.
Jay's and
By
there's
Jay's,
one
yeah.
by Brinkley's.
Brinkley's, yeah.
I guess I just walked by all these things.
Yeah,
and
I
I
didn't
gotta
notice.
open
I
my
knew that
Good Lord. That's quite scary.
There's too much to look at, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Billy will bring back next month the condition of them and list of them. And then we'll look into a cost, and then if any private person wants to get one for their, they can, like Dave would like to do for his home, or I wanna do for my building downtown.
I don't know if we could put one by us or not, if we're even,
Anybody could.
I think anybody.
I think
would.
anybody could. You don't
Yeah,
have to be in a
anybody could.
historic
That was
district
one
or
thing
not.
Right.
we
Yeah.
did go through, anybody could if we wanted one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would say anybody.
You
could
just
do it.
Because you
advertise
know
it
how
in the
that
street.
goes, jealousy always gets everybody, I want one, you
Yeah.
want one, we want one.
Correct.
you know?
So
Yeah.
can I start charging for tours or anything?
Sure.
You wouldn't believe how many people stop. Total strangers want a tour of our house. And my husband lets them in. Yeah,
Of course you would.
he's just totally
Come on
like,
in.
Yeah.
He's a curator,
you love this house.
he's a curator, Kathy,
If
know
you
he
don't
is.
have a knife, yeah.
I'll bring
2
over,
hours later.
I'll bring over a
when
bus
they
load
leave,
next week,
Thank
since I know he's so accommodating.
He
Yeah.
sure is.
Where's the beer fridge in there?
And then last time we had,
It's happened to me at the house, up there. I
wine
spent
and
hours with
beer
people
for
walking
the-
through,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the privy and the bottles and just
Oh,
the building up there.
Wow.
Total strangers.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, we saw a lot of people stop by. We had an open house at that house when we finished it, but I wouldn't want people to come by now because we have dog snot on our walls. It's like this high.
We got doofies?
We have corgis.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
they're real little,
Yep.
10 inches up.
So the slobber's only like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
it's
be
below
sad-
your knees.
yeah.
I'd be sad if ours were missing, actually. All right, so we're gonna try to get a buzz going.
okay. Number 10, discuss sidewalk advertising. I sent an email to Susan Leahy, our code enforcer, and I had some trouble with my Yahoo account, so I don't know if she sent me anything back or not. So I'm gonna defer that, but we can still talk if,
Do we have anything,
What was your idea?
is there anything
Well,
in writing, or?
we were kind of thinking, last month you had mentioned the ice cream shop had that
Yeah.
tall flag,
Mm.
and
And then,
They got that, plus they have a sign across the street
Right.
advertising to go across.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting a little much sometimes.
right, I'm just wondering if it's too much, or if,
What
there's,
is it, seasonal?
they wanna draw on anything.
I don't know if they'd be
Seasonal,
seasonal.
winter.
And
Yeah,
then what
it's
about
not
the ice
seasonal.
cream cone on there?
Right, and that's part of that email I sent her, and I don't know if I
Oh,
got
you might
anything
have to
back.
resend it. Is your account okay now?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I think that's a good thing to just double check on, because,
Mhm.
I mean, if it was, a smoke shop, and they had stuff all over, you know what I mean, it depends. I wouldn't wanna just let somebody do it just cause it's ice cream,
Well-
and then just because it's a,
But you could also set the precedent
Right.
that, you know, I'm on the 200 block, but I'm gonna go put an A-frame up down on the
Right.
300 block to advertise.
right,
Correct,
It's only 3 blocks.
yeah.
some
Yeah.
But
sort
no,
of,
that's a valid point, that is.
Right, but I mean, that's
Very true.
the thing, because
Right.
they've got the sign and it's advertising to go across the street.
right,
We thought
some
of
sort
that.
of,
I
We
think
thought
it-
of it, didn't we?
legality.
We
it's
do
in
something
front of
for
their other
building, we
store,
need
isn't
to
it?
frame.
what's that?
No, it's in the green space, it's usually over in the green space.
Oh.
Yep.
Sometimes even on Highway 23, I've seen.
The automobile or whatever that thing, yeah, I've seen that. It's kinda
Which is
cool.
fine, you know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
I
just
think it's a
trying to
good
have-
point to
yeah.
double check on that,
I think
because
I should check on if there's any
if it was something a little less
city codes or
attractive.
ordinances on placement,
Right,
and,
There is on mobile signs, because, and how that would fall into any of that, I don't know, but
yeah,
there, in the sign ordinance, there are,
Mm.
and I don't know how they read, I haven't looked at them for a while, because even those, like the signs, those wheeled ones,
Oh,
where you
that
can put the
light up,
letters
yeah.
in, like where the fire
Sure.
department
mhm,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
advertises their chicken barbecue and stuff.
Yeah,
There's regulations on all of that kind of stuff
yeah,
in our ordinance.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And since it's attached to the building, the one, we should really check, and I could look up the sign ordinances, is that in the design thing too?
That would be on this, you can
Well,
do
the
city,
actual
if you
ordinance,
just go to
just
city
go
of
to
Ripon,
cities.
yeah.
and then just, I
To
just
the
Google it,
city
city of
site.
Ripon, Wisconsin
Mhm.
ordinances,
Okay.
and it'll pop right up.
It's
You
in
have to
there.
read through quite a few. of
Yes.
those.
Now,
There's a
great.
lot of ordinance.
It's a good read,
I am a speed reader after all.
if you get bored one day, just,
Yeah.
there's some pretty funny things in
If
there.
you got insomnia, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's not a
Some of it
problem.
could probably be updated, like spitting and
Well,
stuff
they
like
usually
that.
don't enforce any of it anyway, we're
Yeah.
such a small town.
right.
There's even a spittoon one in there, I think, where we come out of an establishment, you're not supposed to spit on the sidewalk, you're supposed to spit in the spittoon.
Yeah.
This is written in 1912.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty bad right now with all of our other stuff.
Where to put your horse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where to put your horse.
You were talking, you're gonna have some of these made up?
Oh, here, this is one that I've had too, so if anybody
Okay.
wants to use it for one of
I'll-
the. more than-
I'd like to copy
I'll
it
get
too.
more of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give everybody a copy.
Well, yeah, that's cool. Be very nice of you.
Mhm.
City of Wisconsin.
Okay, is there any more on the sidewalk advertising? We'll just push that on to next month.
Mhm.
Next meeting date. Can't you leave,
Check
Kathleen?
like a. So that would be October 6th.
October 6th? Okay.
Yeah,
And we're still doing the 6:15?
probably through Christmas.
Okay,
Sorry,
that's fine.
guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I gotta remind Karen, because when
Yes.
she retypes it, it was just she just put in 6 o'clock, but that's okay.
I went back in the pages because I kind of remembered it, and I thought, oh yeah, because it's in there.
I-
It's in your
I
meeting.
caught it by, because I was reading the minutes from the meeting I missed, and then I saw Kathy Lee's in comments.
I was sitting in the garden part behind me thinking, okay, what am I doing here at 6? I know it's 6:15.
All right, well then, if there's nothing else, we'll.
I do have one more,
Okay.
thing. I talked to Steve Reimer about the barn and the stable, and what we need to try to do is to get a volunteer group of people once again to kind of clean it up on the outside before the city tries to get away with the condemning of it, I think.
And that was gonna be in part of the thing that I was gonna do.
I wondered, yeah.
Part of the sales pitch with that would be to kind of sell
Because
into.
he and I have done it before, where we had the Boy Scouts help us. And anything that we set aside, limbs and debris and stuff, the city will pick it up. But we have to coordinate that with them,
Yeah, you have to call now. Mhm.
and we just have to do that. I mean, I know it's kind of a hard sell to get people 2 hours here and an hour there, or on a Saturday or whatever day. it
Just
would
call
be,
all the geeks and tell them,
You know,
my
I mean,
husband,
usually it ended up just Steve and I,
yeah,
and a handful, and a couple of,
sure.
some Boy Scout kids, but you don't want them to put a saw and stuff like that, but.
Well, and that was another point, like, should I contact the city and ask what, because technically, if it's their property,
Oh,
You
for
know,
you to
oh.
put the site up?
should I be careful and tread lightly on asking for?
Well, John, this was your idea, didn't you already check that out?
I did not check it out,
I can too, I mean, if I need
but I
to,
think,
what I'm
I
talking
would
about is
call
like insurance.
Designated other people
yeah,
to do this dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd go ask somebody too, I mean, like you say, it is the cities, but I do know
Never
that they
thought
will,
of that.
they have in the past, put it that way, they did pick up this stuff.
Yeah, they pick it up,
Right.
because like the Smuckers building I work in, that's city owned, we do all the brush removal around there, we do it all, we just pile it up.
I
and
wouldn't
come get it.
assume that the city would have a problem with it, but I know the school district, because I brought that up to the school district a couple of times, like, the track really needs some work, like pulling weeds and stuff like that. Can we have kids on detention, and, superintendent says,
Yeah.
absolutely can't do that.
Why?
This summer,
It's
this
a
summer that it's
insurance
really grown up
liability.
around
Yeah,
the
it has,
stable
yeah.
this summer,
Hmm.
it's really,
Yeah,
it's really-
we've been down there a couple, Steve and I have been down there a couple.
It's just a point, I hate to say it, because
I would know,
silly,
that's a
but-
good idea. I would call,
Okay,
I'm sure they're gonna give you permission, but,
okay.
if you put something together, Billy, just let me know, because
Yeah.
I'm available weekends, so.
The city, is open all day on Saturday, well, not all day, but, enough of a day on Saturday. I have a pickup, trailer, we can get a lot of stuff out. If they came and pick it up, it'd even be better.
yeah,
If they
I
drag
think,
their feet and say, I don't know.
They'll come and get it.
I think they'll pick it up.
Yep.
I'll put it on next month's agenda,
Okay.
and if something happens that we do it earlier, well then, we do it earlier.
Sooner would be better, because it's.
I would just call Karen and.
Like somebody just let it go.
Yeah, I noticed the door up above seems to be, has a wider gap on it now than it did before.
Yeah.
It's-
Structurally, the thing's been looked over. There is one spot that would need something done to it, but other than that, we went through that years ago, that whole thing.
Well, it's probably changed,
And
Got
the only thing that nobody seems to understand is that's a gold mine set.
How so?
It's the only building in the state of Wisconsin straddling a creek.
Your
Almost like
market.
2 steeples we used to have. It's the only place. I hate to see that go, but.
Somebody got in there with some sort of business doing something and be able to advertise it.
Yeah.
They'd have people coming from all over just because of the fact.
Steve thought about blacksmith shop for several.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Well, at one time, there was a person going to buy the whole building. It didn't happen. And that's what his plans were. Have people demonstrating stuff in the back. Anyway, that was all I had.
okay. Next meeting date, October 6th, 6:15.
6 6:30.
6:15. You want 6:30?
I mean, I came like the second I hung up with a client and I got here at 6:22. Did I not,
Let's just quickly do it. Do we wanna do 6:30?
is that okay? I mean,
I'm okay.
Yeah, it's
We'll make
6:30.
it 6:30 then.
I think in the notes it says 6:30.
6:30 is fine. Then I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Dave, second by Eric to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody opposed.